All right, so yesterday, Treasury Secretary Jack Lew, he made it official. A woman will replace Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill. Now, initially, I got to admit, I was a little confused. You guys just saw me at 4 in the morning tweeting away on this because there had been a real big movement to remove Andrew Jackson off the $20 bill. And there was, in fact, a poll, over 600,000 people, and overwhelmingly, they chose escaped slave and the conductor of the Underground Railroad, Harriet Tubman. So what the heck is going on? I got to tell you something. When I grew up in Harlem, Hamilton Grange was just a couple of blocks away, tucked away in obscurity. It was surrounded by this large, decaying ghetto. You got to go figure. I mean, we're talking about a founding father, the architect of our economic system. Through the Federalist Papers, Hamilton helped sell the proposed Constitution, and then he championed it through the ratification phase. Hamilton was our first Treasury Secretary. Now, yeah, his personal life, it wasn't perfect, and his politics weren't perfect either. But why would he be the target of a nonstop effort for social justice? It boggles my mind. A poor immigrant from the island of Nevis, Hamilton helped erect the foundations that catapulted America to the greatest nation in the world. Changing the face of the $10 bill would not change history. In fact, we shouldn't want to change history. I say let's put a woman on the $25 bill, the $40 bill, but come on, let's stop this farce of litigating the past and dismissing the accomplishments of great and, yes, flawed men. Oh, by the way, Martha Washington was on the $1 silver certificate until the late 1800s. All right, guys, a lot of buzz over this one. They did a head fake because I thought they were going to go after Andrew Jackson for even more political reasons. Now, Cortez, you sent me an email today. You said that Hamilton is the second greatest American next to Washington. Really?
I do believe that. I really believe that. And so the idea of taking him off of the bill to me is anathema. He was, other than Washington, he was the indispensable man of the American Revolution. Every time I do a lot of TV at the New York Stock Exchange, I always go over to Trinity Church and visit his grave. That's how much respect I have for Alexander Hamilton. By the way, he wasn't just a poor immigrant. He was the orphaned son of a prostitute in Nevis. And he went on to become, in his 20s, perhaps the most influential person other than Washington in the American Revolution. In many ways, the architect of the financial system under which we still operate today. He is the godfather of Wall Street. He is a founding father to be reckoned with. So if we have to punt someone, and I'm all for getting a woman, look, the fact that our bills are completely white men, that doesn't reflect our country today. So I think it's a good idea to have some diversity. But well, punt Jackson. Don't punt.
We've had women also, too, and we're going to put up a full screen of that while we do this. I want to ask you, Shaw. Steve just said some things that maybe are the reasons for that. These are in the past, of course, Susan B. Anthony. And here, maybe because he's so connected to Wall Street, maybe because he is so connected to the Constitution, maybe because there's been a war on Wall Street and the Constitution, maybe that's why he was selected. I mean, you feel there's some politics at play here.
I don't know if there's much politics involved. I think it's maybe just the $10 bill isn't what it used to be, so it doesn't buy as much. But I agree with Steve 100%. I believe he is the second most important American. He's the second most important founding father after Hamilton. This country wouldn't exist in the state. The United States of America is really Hamilton's doing. He did so much behind the scenes to bring the colonies together and to create a United States. He deserves his own bill. I'd like to see him on a $1,000 bill.
Here's a bill that we probably should have, though. Let's put up the bill that we probably should go with. That's what I'm talking about, okay? That's the bill. I think.
5 more zeros on a bill with that face on it, man.
That's the bill.
You got to replace Woodrow Wilson on the $100,000 bill.